From Axton, Virginia, this is round 3 in the AMA 125 and 250 National Championship Motocross Series at David Bailey's Lake Sugar Tree Motocross Park. Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Huffman. A good crowd of approximately 6,000 spectators turning out. The weather in the mid-70s, overcast conditions, but everybody's ready to go. After 2 rounds, 125 class, the Frenchman, Jean-Michel Bayle, 94 points. Second, Guy Hoover with 83, and Mike Kudrowski in third with 69. And Bayle has an 11-point lead going in.
I ride very good in a couple of last race in Supercross, and I am first in the championship in the 125, and now I have to ride very fast for try to win every race.
There's a lot of semi-fast guys out there, and I think if you get a bad start and you're behind them, it's going to take you a little bit to get around them, and I think the top runners, if they're out in front, they're going to pull away a little bit. It's going to be real tough to close the gap on them.
The riders turned out for a pre-race autograph session, which proved very, very popular with the fans, and the 125 class began to line up for the first moto. And remember, Bayle goes into this event with an 11-point lead. So the start of round 3 of this 125 National Championship. And there is Bayle, number 22, the long, lanky Frenchman on the line, getting set to do battle with the young lions of the 125 motocross wars. And we are set to go. The temperature in the 70s, but the humidity very high with an overcast day. Here today, David Bailey, the professor of motocross, laying out the track, a beautiful track, beautiful facility. And here we go. Let's see what happens. Into that first right-hander, it looks like a beautiful lead by Suzuki's Denny Stevenson. Stevenson out in front, the riders ganging up, the dust coming up, and a rider goes down. Looks like Jeff Emig on the Kawasaki is down. And looks like he got run over, and his bell was rung. Meanwhile, 27, Stevenson in front. Now second place, Ty Davis on the blood red Honda. Western Regional Supercross Series point leader, Ty Davis in second. Sandy, loamy track here in Virginia. And that is Stevenson in front, then Davis, and then Buddy Antonis, number 60, running third. Then number 20, and that is Matasevich, and number 1, Kudrowski, the defending champion. The dust coming up early here at Lake Sugar Tree, and the battle is on for the lead, and looks like we've got a pass. Out in front, no, it's still Stevenson holding on. Looked like he was passed, but no, Stevenson holds on to the lead. Problems in mid-pack, triple-digit riders. Less experienced riders, there's where the problems will be. Lake Sugar Tree, Virginia. David Bailey, the former Supercross champion. In charge, he owns this track. He's the landlord. He's here today enjoying the action. Was hurt 4 years ago in a CMC race in California in practice and was permanently disabled, and he was one of the greatest riders of all time, and people say if anybody will ever come back, it'll be David Bailey. All right, it's number 27 in front, Denny Stevenson, Suzuki, Omaha, Nebraska. Being pressured by Davis. Davis about 4 or 5 bike lengths back, keeping him within sight and keeping him honest. Flying over these jumps, setting up for the turns. Antonis trying to move up. 26, Ty Davis from the north, the high desert town of Hesperia, California, running second. Stevenson now opening up that lead. Stevenson on a Suzuki, number 27. From Omaha, Nebraska. And look at these guys come up behind him. There's number 20 in 4th spot, Matasevich, the chicken man. That's 22, and that's Bayle, the series leader. Oh, a rider down, and down hard. 2 of them tangle. That's number 20. That's one of them is Matasevich. And number 1, yes, that's number 1, Kudrowski. They tangle, and they both went down. And they will resume the race in mid-pack. A tough break for these guys. Former Kawasaki teammates. For the moment, the pressure off Stevenson, number 27 on the Suzuki, the RM 125. Round 3 of the AMA National Championship. Stevenson in front, Davis running second, Antonis still running third. Kudrowski and Matasevich, forget them right now. They are back in mid-pack after tangling and going down hard. The rider to watch, and we're trying to watch him in the back of our screen, is Bayle, the Frenchman. Got a bad start, and then he is trying to work his way up. But he's got to contend with these young lions in American motocross. Talon Boland on the Kawasaki into fourth, right behind Antunes, and Guy Cooper in fifth. And Bale now, who started 10th, is moving up to about 6th spot at this point. Bad start for the Frenchman. But we've seen him before. He is a very, very determined rider. Well over 6 feet tall, about 155 pounds. Jean-Michel Bale. That's it. That's 4. That's Cooper right behind him. That means that Bale is in 6th. Cooper in 5th spot, and Bale is all over the track like a jackrabbit. The rear end of that Honda. Oh, and Cooper almost goes down, and Bale gets up on him. Cooper wobbles, and Bale is on him like a dog on a piece of meat. Guy Cooper, Stillwater, Oklahoma, running in 5th spot. Bale right behind him. The leader is still Stevenson, who is led from the drop of the gate. Denny Stevenson, 27. Ty Davis right behind him. Buddy Antunes looking very good in 3rd. There's Cooper now trying to go to the inside, just outside of our camera range. And Bale right behind him. There's Bale, number 22. Interesting race. A lot of action here today. A lot of surprises. Stevenson was not expected to do this well. Relatively a rookie in motocross competition. The dust becoming a factor now. There's a lot of dust here at Lake Sugar Tree. That's odd. Bailey usually prepares. It's an excellent course. Very dry day, but with some overcast. Stevenson and Davis going out on hammer and tong out in front. Antunes still running in 3rd spot. And that's the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd riders right there. You could throw a blanket over them, and here comes 4th into the fray. Davis trying to put the pressure on. Antunes high sides. Davis tangles, goes out, and we've got a whole new ball game. Stevenson, Cooper, and Bale. 1, 2, 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the scenario changes very, very fast. Stevenson, that's the only thing we're sure of, is out in front, and that's Cooper in 2nd, and Jean-Michel Bale in 3rd. And Cooper knows the Frenchman is chasing him and catching him. So he's going to put the pressure on this young man, the Suzuki of Denny Stevenson in front. He goes around to the outside. Stevenson drifts wide and blocks him. This is the battle for the lead. This 125 moto at Lake Sugar Tree, Virginia. Denny Stevenson, Omaha, Nebraska, in front. Guy Cooper, Oklahoma, 2nd, and Bale from France is 3rd. And there's a beautiful pass by Cooper. No, he can't make it stick. Cooper about 25 now, quite a bit older than Stevenson, who's still a teenager from Omaha. But look at Bale hovering over both of them in 3rd spot, looking for one mistake. Here's a pass. No, not again. Again, he tries it. Again, Cooper tries to go by Stevenson, and Stevenson gasses a Suzuki and stays in front. A pair of Suzukis and a Honda, and Bale now he is putting the pressure on. Cooper almost runs into that's dangerous. You can both go down. Look at the dust coming up here at Lake Sugar Tree. Denny Stevenson, 27 for Cooper, and number 22, Jean-Michel Bale. Close, exciting action. The mechanics giving the signals to the riders. Cooper tries to go to the inside. Will it work? Handlebar to handlebar. It is close. And Cooper's got it. Guy Cooper, and is this how it's going to finish? Stevenson, who led for so many laps here. But now Bale is on Stevenson. Beautiful facility. Axton, Virginia, David Bailey's track. Lake Sugar Tree, Virginia. Here they are, 1-2, and look at this. Stevenson gets passed by Bale out of our sight, and it is now a battle between Cooper and Bale. And Stevenson, discouraged, drops off the pace. Your leader, race fans, is number 4, Guy Cooper, Stillwater, Oklahoma. Jean-Michel Bale in 2nd, number 22. It is America versus France. And Cooper right now is starting to extend that lead. Meanwhile, Kudrowski back mid-pack after tangling with Matasevich. Not a factor in this race. Cooper now opening up a lead over Bale, the Frenchman. These are 125cc two-wheel projectiles. Sophisticated suspension, liquid-cooled engines. They are very, very fast. And it looks like Cooper's got a 125 moto under his belt. Bale started 10th now, remember. He is up to second and pressuring Cooper, but it looks like at this point, Cooper is opening up. The dust could be a factor, though. There is dust on the track, coming up just about all over. And Bale has got to put the pressure on. Stevenson still running third. Cooper, Bale, Stevenson, 1, 2, 3, but it looks like Guy Cooper is going to win this moto at this point. That's what it looks like from here. Larry Huffman on the microphone, calling the action for Power Sports Video and our coverage of round 3 of this 125 National Championship. Look at Cooper go. He is going like a rocket ship. And where is Bale? Not in our sight. And it looks like Cooper is giving the Frenchman a riding lesson and heading for the checkered flag. Look at the ruts, though, developing. You got to ride those exactly right. If they're too deep and you go into them too low, it'll knock your bike out of gear, slam on the brake. It's happened before. You got to pick your line around this track, and that's exactly what Guy Cooper is doing. Cooper, mid-20s, out of Oklahoma. A rather uneventful race. You can watch Cooper's style. He's on an RM 125 1990 Suzuki, developed by Bob Hurricane Hanna. Meanwhile, that is Kedrowski, number 1. And where is Kedrowski in the pack? He tangled, remember, with Matasevich. Running about 4th now, we understand. Here's second place. Jean-Michel Bale, number 22 on the Honda. Cooper was a Honda rider before switching to Suzuki this year. But Bale has to play catch up now. And there he is, right there. He's in incredibly good shape. Cooper's pitman is his wife, who is a very attractive young blonde. And the other mechanics like sharing the space with her, as you might see her come out here and give him the pit sign in a moment. That's Cooper, number 4 on the Suzuki, way out in front. Finished 4th in the 125 Nationals last year. Looks like a 2-minute sign out there now. Or 2-lap sign, excuse me. So Cooper looks like he's got this one wrapped up. Bike's running good. Looks like he's got it completely under control. Doesn't seem to be making mistakes. Feet staying on the pegs. Doesn't seem to be saving it. There's Bale in second, going much slower, it looks like, than Cooper. Mechanical problem perhaps, or just content to stay in second. Temperature in the 70s. My colleague Larry Myers on the microphone here at Lake Sugar Tree, calling the action. But not a whole lot of action in this one after a bizarre series of events in the first, with Emi getting run over by Smith, Matasevich and Kedrowski crashing and getting back up against stunned. Stevenson leading for so long and then falling back. He's in, I believe he's in 3rd now. That's unconfirmed, however. We are watching the battle in front. There's not much of a battle. Cooper opening up the lead now. Bale in 2nd. The waning moments of round 3 of the AMA National 125 Championship. And Cooper is giving the French rider a riding lesson, although Bale isn't even close enough to see him. David Bailey, the man who designed this track here, his father built it. Gary Bailey. David's here today watching it. Paralyzed 4 years ago in a crash, a practice crash. Now Cooper's getting into some lap riders. Here's Bale, content in 2nd. He knows if he beats Cooper for the 2nd moto, he'll win overall. And Cooper is happy to let him do that. He doesn't want the pressure right now. He's happy just to moto on home. The waning moments of this first 125 moto. Beautiful facility here at Lake Sugar Tree. Again, Cooper doesn't seem to be tiring. He's riding a good, fast, yet conservative race, not making any mistakes. Mike Bell, the former Supercross champion, once told me that a main event in Supercross is 20 minutes of saving it. Well, Cooper's doing a good job of just motoring around here at a fairly conservative pace. Not showboating. He's kind of a quiet guy. He's not going to showboat unless he really feels like he's way out in front. He's got everything under control. Guy Cooper, number 4. Bale, number 22, in second. Staying a fairly moderate pace. Rodney Smith has moved into third. Kudrowski in fourth. There's Kudrowski, number 1 in fourth spot. Bob Hanna said these are the best 125s in the world. He developed them. He said they are the best. The Suzuki's, the 1990 RM 125s. Hanna does not have the engineering background of a Roger DeCoster at Honda, but he has a lot of seat-of-the-pants experience, and he knows how to express himself to the engineers. Cooper going by a lapped rider, number 122. He's gets sideways. There's about as much showboating as Cooper will do. You can see the clouds, overcast day here, mid-70s. There's Bale back behind lap riders. He's firmly in second place. We're looking for the checkered flag now for number 4, Guy Cooper. Kudrowski is running in fourth spot now. Number 1, defending national 125 champion Mike Kudrowski on a Honda, formerly on a Kawasaki. Black plates, white numbers indicate they are 125s. Whoa, Cooper getting a little more sideways there. He's having fun. Look at him, look at him. Whoa, you land wrong, Cooper, and you'll end up in South Carolina. Human pogo sticks over the whoop-to-doos. Outdoor tracks are a lot like Supercross tracks now. The people like the jumps. There it is, checker flag. Cooper takes it, waves to the crowd. Doesn't do anything spectacular. He just wins. Second place is Jean-Michel Bale. He's lapping a rider. That's not a rider in contention. And there you have it. There's a slow motion shot of that beautiful pass over that jump, the sideways by Cooper. Look at the suspension work on these bikes. It's so sophisticated. Bale is second. Radical Rodney Smith finishes third. And the crowd was ready for the first 250 moto of the day. Jeff Stanton leading with 88 points. Mike LaRocco, kind of a surprise there, second with 71, and Doug Dubach third, just 1 point back with 70 points as they hop up and down and get ready for the first 250 moto. There's Jeff Ward on the Kawasaki. And we are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Damon Bradshaw set to go. They line up, quarter-liter rocket ships, long straightaway. Here we go. It looks like, whoa, we got a rider down, 3 riders down. 4, one of them is Dubach. And Dubach is getting up very slowly. He's to the right of your screen. Doug Dubach. A problem, lower back it looks like. Meanwhile, out in front, Bradshaw, Stanton, and Ward. And Bradshaw is out in front. Damon Bradshaw from Charlotte, North Carolina, just 18 years old. In second place, Jeff Stanton, the Sherwood, Michigan rider, the national champion on the Honda. And then in third, it is Wardy. Fourth spot, Larry Ward, number 17, no relation. So this is interesting. You've got Stanton, who's the points leader, and also the defending champion. In second spot behind young 18-year-old Damon Bradshaw. Sun coming out a little bit more here today at Lake Sugartree. Here's the battle. Stanton goes to the inside. Bradshaw blocks him. Yamaha against Honda against Kawasaki. And look at that! A beautiful move by Stanton. He went by on the inside. Bradshaw slid just a little bit, and that let Stanton go by. And Stanton has got the lead. So Jeff Stanton from Sherwood, Michigan, out in front. Followed by number 8, Damon Bradshaw. Followed by number 3, Jeff Ward. It is 1, 8, and 3, and that is where the action is, ladies and gentlemen. This first 250 moto at Lake Sugar Tree, round 3 of the AMA National Championship Series. And right now, Stanton says it's going to be over, folks, before you know it, because I am out in front and on the gas. Look back at this crash. Watch the right of your screen. There they go down. That's Dubach, Yamaha's Doug Dubach. One more time. Oh. And Dubach, we understand, has a back injury, a lower back injury, and that's it, looks like, for Dubach. In the meantime, it is number 1, Jeffrey Stanton from Michigan out in front. In second spot, that is number 8, Damon Bradshaw, the 18-year-old kid, in second. And in third spot, the grizzled old veteran, I shouldn't let him hear me say that, Jeffrey Ward, 29 years old. Stanton is 21 years old. Out of Sherwood, Michigan, 6 feet tall, 180 pounds, built like a football lineman. That's odd for a supercrosser. They're usually much smaller or much taller and skinnier. Stanton, 180 pounds, 6 feet, but I guarantee he's got about 7% body fat. Still water ski, jet skis, and bicycles a lot. Stanton won $50,000 by winning that first Camel Supercross Championship in '89. He's 5th at Oklahoma City. 50,000 big ones. And they say that Honda will reward their champions with a $100,000 check for winning a national championship. So Stanton, at 21 years old, has made a lot of money in motocross and supercross. But right now, he's got a determined teenager, Damon Bradshaw, on his back tire, and Wardy is right behind them looking for a place to pass. First 3. Now Bradshaw goes to the inside. He's, nope, almost got him. Nope, yes. Bradshaw goes to the lead. That's Dave Arnold, the Honda racing manager, watching very intently. And look at this. What's going on? Bradshaw waves Stanton by, and then Wardy is right behind. I don't believe this. I don't know what happened, but Bradshaw leaned over and waved Stanton by, and Stanton said, okay, goodbye, I'm out. And now Bradshaw's going after him. We'll have to look at the stats afterward and talk to the press people here to find out what happened on that one, but I definitely saw Stanton wave, or Bradshaw wave him on. Jeff Stanton in front, Sherwood, Michigan. Honda, National 250 and Supercross champion. Damon Bradshaw in second, and Jeff Ward, now Wardy going to the outside. Wardy staying in third and keeping Bradshaw honest. Bradshaw cannot concentrate that much on going after Stanton because Wardy is all over his back tire. And Wardy can get physical if he wants to. Ask people like Ricky Johnson. Yeah, they'll say he'll get physical. And now Bradshaw going after him, and he's got it. He's got Stanton. You got to wonder if Bradshaw is playing games with Stanton when he waved him on earlier and then stalked him and then went by. And look at the crowd respond. They love an underdog, and Bradshaw certainly a good rider, but not a national champion yet. He looks over, and Stanton is back to behind him about 2 bike lengths. Wardy is sitting in third saying, what the heck's going on here, folks? Bradshaw in front, Stanton second, and Wardy third. 250 moto, first moto in the 250 class here at Lake Sugar Tree. Here goes Wardy, going to try to go to second. Nope, behind our sight, in through the trees, not quite. It's still Stanton holding on to the lead. Bradshaw and Ward battling for second. And Bradshaw is not letting Wardy go by. I think Wardy was saying, well, you let Stanton go by earlier, kid. Why don't you let me go by? Jeff goes to the outside. Now back to the inside. A beautiful setup for a pass. No. Bradshaw said, no, you're not going by. Stanton in front, number 1. Second place, Damon Bradshaw, number 8. And third place, number 3, who finished third in this 250 National Championship last year, former 250 National Champion, Jeff Ward. Ricky Johnson not entering today, still suffering injury, suffered that problem at the Daytona Supercross. So Johnson did not enter the 250 class today. And it is Stanton, Bradshaw, and Wardy. Crowd around 6,000 fans here today to watch this AMA National Motocross. And so far, while it's close racing, nothing really spectacular has happened. Wardy is trying to make something happen right now. He's set up Bradshaw for a pass, but Bradshaw's Yamaha just a little bit too fast. And Wardy will keep the pressure on Bradshaw and try to make the teenager make a mistake and go off the track or crash, and then he will go by and go after Stanton. Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Stanton, Bradshaw, and Wardy. Jeff Stanton's got a lot of fans here. Midwesterner, but so has Bradshaw. Damon Bradshaw on the inside, and Bradshaw takes a lead. Through the rough stuff, Bradshaw said, I'll take you where you don't expect it, and this kid, this 18-year-old, goes out in front. Charlotte, North Carolina, from the south, Bradshaw in front. Stanton holding on to second. Stanton takes it back. Well, excuse me, says Jeff Stanton, going back in the lead. So it is Stanton, Bradshaw, and Ward is trying to figure out what the hell's going on up in front with these guys. They're swapping more than a Hollywood party. Now Ward goes into second. He slipped by out of our sight and went into second. So it is your leader, Stanton. Now Jeff Ward in second, and Bradshaw has got to start shaking his head as they come up on traffic. Stanton drifts wide to block Ward. Ward comes back in. Again, Ward's got about 22 years experience in racing, more than anybody else out here. And he is in ferocious physical shape, ladies and gentlemen, as Bradshaw sits in third, gets a first-class seat to watch the battle in front of him. Stanton number 1, Ward number 3, and Damon Bradshaw number 8 in third. Honda, Kawasaki, and Yamaha. And certainly it is dusty. So Stanton continues to lead, but he is being pressured by Jeff Ward, number 3. The question is, can he hold on for the lead? Mike LaRocco has got to feel like the Lone Ranger. That's LaRocco, number 10. He is running in 4th spot, but there's nobody in front of him or behind him as far as he can see. So LaRocco is sitting pretty happy in 4th spot, but he has no idea what's going on in the battle in front of him between Stanton, Ward, and Damon Bradshaw. Speaking of which, look at how close Wardy is getting to Stanton. Ward will play with you. He's a psychologist when he rides, too. He'll feint, and he'll move to the inside, the outside, make you think he's going where he's not, and just kind of play with your head. Jeff's a real smart rider. But Stanton's no dummy. He's got a couple national titles under his belt, and he's not going to be swayed by Jeff's tactics. So Stanton just saying, I'm out in front. You got to pass me, buddy. And here's Wardy trying to go around the outside. Has he got him? It looks, yes, he does. Wardy goes around Stanton. Now, Jeff Ward trying to pull away from Stanton in the final moments of this 250 moto. Here's Stanton back. A good pass by Stanton, it looks like. Yes, Stanton has got the lead back. Well, excuse me, says Stanton. I'm going back in front, and Wardy now has got to play catch up. This southern high humidity heat saps the rider's strength, even though it's only in the 70s, a very high humidity today. When it's going to be like that, when a rider needs a lot of water, they will start loading up on water 2 and 3 days before the race, drinking all the water they can get in their bodies because they know they're going to need it at the race. And there's Ward back again. Jeff Ward back in front of Stanton. And in front of Damon Bradshaw. So Ward, Stanton, Bradshaw, 1, 2, 3. As they head for the checkered flag. But anything could happen, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go away from your television sets. Power Sports Video action. Larry Huffman calling the action as they get into traffic. Our engineer, John Reynolds. The dust becoming more and more of a factor as the day draws on. I said before, Ward is a absolute physical fanatic. He can squat 350 pounds. And when you weigh about 150 like Ward, here's a pass. Let's watch the pass. When you weigh about 150 like Ward, yes, 135 like Ward, there it is. Beautiful pass by Wardy. That physical conditioning comes into when you need it. It comes into play when you need it. Number 3, Wardy in front. Wardy going around lap riders, trying to put them between him and second place Jeff Stanton. Wardy getting sideways. That means he knows he's got out in front. He's got a good lead. He'll show off for the crowd a little bit. And here's Stanton about 10 bike lengths behind. White flag lap. 1 lap to go, and Wardy has just about got this thing wrapped up. Remember, Ward is not in the top 3. He could well be after the checkered flag falls at the second moto today at Lake Sugar Tree. Round 3 of the National Motocross Championships. This is the 250 class. Coming up next, the 125 and then the second 250 moto. Jeff Ward, number 3, in front in the final lap. Stanton in second, Bradshaw third, and I really want to know what happened when Bradshaw waved Stanton by earlier. A blistering pace sent by Ward, and he does not look to be slowing down at all. Well, the word, we just got a note handed to us, and Bradshaw said, I didn't want to feel I had to pressure Stanton, and so I let him go by. I figured I could catch him. Guess what? El Rongo Grande. You don't wave somebody by when you're out in front. Period. End of sentence. Wardy wouldn't do that. So Wardy's got the lead. Stanton is second as they head for the checkered flag, and Bradshaw will learn a very valuable lesson and finish third at this point. Wardy putting another rider between he and Stanton. The final lap, Lake Sugar Tree, Moto number 1, 250 National Championship. Through the mud, the blood, and the beer here at Lake Sugar Tree. That's a lap rider behind Wardy. He's quite a ways in front of Stanton. He gives a high side to the crowd. He's happy. That's 34. He's lapped him. There's Stanton to the left. Moving up a little bit now, but I think it's too little too late. Checkered flag should be coming out. There it is. Ward takes it. Jeff Ward takes the checkered flag, moto number 1. There's Larry Myers over to talk to Wardy to find out what happened. There's a shot of Jeff waving to the crowd. That's about as flamboyant as he will get. He's a very conservative rider, and a very smart rider too, I might add. And there's Stanton right behind the other rider. Stanton second and Damon Bradshaw third. First 250 moto. Directly now to the 125 final moto of the day. Now remember, Cooper won the first, but Cooper has won 4 opening motos in the 125 class here at Axton in its 5-year history. So Cooper is hot. The question, can he beat Matasevich? And the rest of them, including Bale. And here we go to the first turn. It is Matasevich. The Chicken Man takes the second moto start. Cooper, Kehoe. And here's a problem. 3 riders down. All 3-digit numbers. Matasevich in front, and Cooper's on his back tire. The Chicken Man versus the Stillwater, Oklahoma native. Number 27, Stevenson running third. But there it is, Matasevich and Cooper. And Cooper knows if he wants an overall win, he should win this race, depending on what happens behind him. He won the first moto. Jeff Matasevich on the factory Kawasaki in front. Cooper running second. Denny Stevenson on the factory Suzuki in third. And they are hot and heavy in this moto, this 125 final moto of the day. It's still Matasevich. in third spot. Fourth spot, Bale, number 22. Got a bad start in the first moto, but Bale is on the gas in the second one. Matiasevich in front, Cooper running second. Then 27, Stevenson in third. 125 action here at Lake Sugar Tree on an overcast day, but the dust coming up and becoming more and more of a factor. Jeff, the Chicken Man Matiasevich, leading the Supercross standings. 20 years old, out of La Habra Heights, California. Cooper in second, Stevenson third, and Bale trying hard not to bail out in fourth. Cooper knows this track. He almost owns it. He's won here 4 times, the opening moto in the last 5 years. Putting the pressure on Matiasevich, but Matiasevich doesn't take well to that. He is a seasoned veteran, even though just a kid. Barely 20 years old. Drives a Porsche Turbo and a Toyota 4x4, and his insurance runs him $10,000 a year. I asked him why, and he says, well, I've had a few tickets. When you're Matiasevich and you're making over $100,000 from Kawasaki, you can afford it. True story. Here's Cooper on the inside trying to get a wheel, and he does! And he takes it away from Matiasevich. Stevenson still running in third, Bale in fourth. So it is Guy Cooper on the factory Suzuki in front. And now it is Jeff Matiasevich's turn to play catch-up to Cooper. Second and final 125 moto, ladies and gentlemen, Power Sports Video. Larry Huffman on the microphone. And Guy Cooper is opening up the lead on his factory RM Suzuki. Kenny Stevenson on the factory Suzuki running in third spot. That's Cooper's teammate. And Bale is still in fourth. All right, there's your leader, number 4, and that's Guy Cooper. But Matiasevich goes down on the other side of this hill. There's Stevenson. Now Kudrowski in the third spot. So the situation changes after the lead. Cooper still in front, number 4, and then Stevenson, number 27, in second spot. Also on a factory Suzuki. The young Lions of motocross today. And Mike Kudrowski, number 1, is in third, and Bale should be in fourth. We'll watch for him. Guy Cooper having no problems whatsoever. Here's Stevenson, and there is Bale behind him. Bale, a very determined rider. The Frenchman has learned the American tracks well and picked up a lot of experience, and he is leading this 125 championship. But right now he is not being able to reel in number 4, your leader, Guy Cooper. Cooper won the first moto, remember, and he is leading this second moto in the 125 class. And here comes Guy Cooper, number 4, but look at him on his back tire, Kudrowski into second. And Mike Kudrowski from Canyon Country on the factory Blood Red Honda in second. It is Suzuki against Honda. And look at the back of Kudrowski's leathers, apple pie. I have no idea what it means, ladies and gentlemen. But he can put whatever he wants to on there. He's the champion. All right, on the gas is number 4, Cooper, who won the first moto. And again, we said won 4 of the 5 opening motos in the last 5 years here at Lake Sugar Tree. And he's looking good in his second and final 125 moto, with Kudrowski staying close enough to keep him honest. The rolling pine forested hills of Virginia, Axton, Virginia. Lake Sugar Tree, AMA motocross action, round 3. Cooper looking for an overall win here today, and I don't know, he might have it. But right now, the Honda of Mike Kudrowski is making things a little bit interesting for Cooper. Over the jumps, still staying on top is Cooper. But Kudrowski right on his back tire. Forget Bale and everybody else behind him. This is where the action is today. Bale's in third. There's Bale, number 22. And here, no, still holding on is Cooper. Kudrowski can't seem to get him. He's trying every trick in the book, and then some, and there he is. Kudrowski's got him. Mike Kudrowski goes by Cooper and takes over the lead. So Mike Kudrowski, a beautiful pass of Cooper. The first moto, remember, Kudrowski was fourth, so Cooper will still win overall at this point if he lets Kudrowski pass, and he knows that. Cooper just has to stay in second and ahead of Bale. Speaking of which, that's Bale on the left, looking for an overall win. Kudrowski, then Cooper, then Bale. Remember, Bale was second to Cooper in the first moto, and Bale knows that. He can add, he can figure out ordinary arithmetic. So it is number one in front, Mike Kudrowski, but he is not a player in the overall championship. And let's be frank, folks, that's what the factories want, the overall win. It doesn't matter if you win one moto, but if you're last in the second one, they'll say, well, that was great for the first moto, but where were you for the second one? So number one, Kudrowski, it's out of his hands. Even if he wins now, he will not win the overall, unless something happens to Bale or Cooper. Kudrowski was fourth in the first moto. The dust coming up more and more here at, there's Bale. Bale's currently in third. The dust coming up more and more here at Lake Sugar Tree. Number one, Kudrowski in front. Number four, Cooper in seconds. Double jump, no problems at all for Kudrowski. Cooper in the blue jersey, right 6, 7, 8 bike lengths behind. There's your leader. These are lapped riders, ladies and gentlemen, remember. Bale. And let's see what happens here. Number one, Kudrowski. What happened with Cooper? He's still in second. Past us, we did not get the numbers he went by. That's Bale in third. This is the battle for the overall, ladies and gentlemen. Number four, Cooper, won the first moto. Bale was second. Bale knows that. He's got to pass Cooper to win overall. Forget Kudrowski. Here's the battle. Excellent film work by our Power Sports video crew. Watch the battle for second. The blue jersey of Cooper, the white jersey of the Frenchman Bale. It wasn't so many years ago that Americans would go to Europe to race the Europeans to get a chance to race against the big guys, and now Bale comes back here to this country because the Americans have won the Motocross to Nations for about the last 8 years straight. So Bale says, well, I got to go ride Supercross and Outdoor Nationals to get good, and that's exactly what he's done. And he's leading the 125 championship, and Cooper is trying to stop him from winning this one. Mike Kudrowski riding that CR 125 in front. Guy Cooper, Suzuki second. Jean-Michel Bale, Honda third. And we are in the waning moments of this second 125 National Motocross. Ron Denny, the referee, and we're watching for the flag to come out. But again, first place don't count. It's second, right there, Cooper, and Bale right behind him. The waning moments of this 125 final national today, round 3 of the AMA National Championship. They do a good job, the AMA, in staging races like this. They're very, very safety conscious. And they take the promoter on his word that he'll provide a safe track. And it's a good track, good safe track. A little dusty, perhaps. That is Cooper, your second place rider, and it looks like Bale has fallen off the pace somewhat. Kudrowski, the leader. There's Bale. No, he comes back up again. Your leader is Kudrowski, second is Cooper, and third is Bale, but Cooper is going to win overall if they finish like this. And I don't think Cooper's going to do anything stupid like try to take out Kudrowski, because he knows he's got the win overall, and his mechanic is signaling him, just stay cool and you will win overall. There's a lap rider as Bale goes by. Jean-Michel Bale, 6'1", now living in Redondo Beach, originally from France. That's number 4, Cooper. Staying in front of Bale. That's all he cares about doing at this point. That and not getting knocked off by a rider he's passing. Number 222. First outdoor motocross held right after World War II, 1946, in a gravel pit outside Paris, France. And they used dispatch bikes from the war. Harleys and Triumphs and an occasional German BMW to race. And it's progressed to this now, extremely ultra-light, sophisticated machines. Number 4, Cooper is in second. Again, remember, Kudrowski is in front. White flag, 1 lap to go. Now, it could get interesting. Bale goes to the inside, Cooper to the outside. This is for the overall, ladies and gentlemen. And it comes down to this. The Frenchman against the American. Number 4, Cooper. Number 22, Bale. Forget Kudrowski. He's in front, but he can't win overall. Here's Bale to the inside. Cooper stays on it through the trees. Cooper in front, Bale to the inside again. Now Bale putting the place of pass. Bale goes around and Cooper tries to take it back. This is for the overall victory at Lake Sugar Tree. Bale has taken control in the last lap. And Cooper, we're going to find out what this kid is made of. Bale, oh, Cooper's off the track. That's it. That's it. Bale looks behind him. Goodbye, Cooper. Because legally, according to the rules, Cooper has got to enter the track at the point in which he exited. So he has to turn around, go back on where he took out those pennants, and goodbye, Bale has this one wrapped up. What a tough break for Cooper. He led Bale for so long. And don't forget, Kudrowski is your leader overall, but it'll be Bale taking home the bacon in this one for the overall national win. And Cooper, let's take a look at it. In slow motion, Bale on the inside. Cooper cuts back. Now watch what happens. Bale, a very intelligent rider, Bale. He sets him up again. Cooper almost runs into Bale. Bale in front, Cooper riding a little bit over his head. As they come around, Cooper will go off the track. There it is, right there. Bale might have forced him to the outside. And Cooper knows he can't. Legally, he can't come back into this point. He's got to re-enter the track at where he went off it. So Bale has got this one wrapped up and the money spent, and Honda is jumping up and down, the Honda people in their pits. Bale's going to win another one. Mike Kudrowski in the lead, but it is Jean-Paul Bale in second, Guy Cooper in third. And I would say for the most part, the fans are disappointed. They would like to see an American win overall here today at Lake Sugar Tree, Virginia. Bale looks around behind him. He's got all the time in the world. Crowd saluting Bale. There he waves to him. Get picking up the fans in this country. Bale against a wobble there as he lands hard. That track's hard. Certain points of it, a lot of it's sandy and loamy. But Bailey, one of the best track builders in the country, there's a checkered flag. He built a beautiful track. John Michael Bale wins it. Guy Cooper is second. Kudrowski is third. And that will give Bale the overall win today. And the question is, can Ward take the overall win in the 250 class? And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, the first moto was bizarre. We'll talk about that in a minute. Here they come. To the inside is Bradshaw. Damon Bradshaw goes out in front on the factory Yamaha. And look at the battle for second. Wardy moving up in there. Tishner, Stanton right in the middle of them. Damon Bradshaw, number 8. In front. And in second spot looks to be Jeff Ward on the Kawasaki number 3. There's Bradshaw out in front. And there goes Stanton trying to go into second spot. And Stanton's got second. Wardy back about 4th spot at this point. Got a good start, faded back. And it is Damon Bradshaw in front with Jeff Stanton in second. Now remember what happened in the first motos. Bradshaw did something I have never seen before in a motocross or in a race. While leading, he moved over and waved Stanton by twice. And Wardy sat in third and just shook his head. And somebody talked to Bradshaw after the first heat. He said, I just didn't feel comfortable out in front. I thought I could beat Stanton. I knew the lines, but that was not to be. And Wardy says, I don't know what he did, you know, it don't make no sense to me. But right now, it's a replay of the first moto. I have a feeling that Bradshaw's not going to let Stanton over. I think somebody at Yamaha talked to this boy and said, you don't do that. This is very, very stupid. If you get out in front, you don't let them go by. So Bradshaw on the gas now, Stanton running in second spot. We should see Wardy running in third, just outside our camera range. Nope, that's not Wardy. That's number 6, Ronnie Tishner. Tishner running, and that's Ward in fourth. All right, here's the standings. It is Bradshaw in front. In second spot, Stanton. Bradshaw on the Yamaha, Stanton on the Honda. Then in third spot, Ronnie Tishner on the Suzuki out of Palm Harbor, Florida. And then Wardy on the factory Kawasaki in fourth. Ward won the first moto, remember. Stanton was second. And Bradshaw and Stanton are now leading 1 and 2 in this race with Tishner third and Wardy fourth. The final 250 moto of the day. Jeff Stanton, defending champion, points leader. And what's going to happen after today? Lake Sugar Tree, Virginia. Larry Huffman calling the action for you. For Power Sports Video. Bradshaw is showing none of the behavior he exhibited in the first moto. He's not letting Stanton get close to him and certainly not waving him by. There's Bradshaw, and there is Stanton in second spot, and we should see Tishner coming over the hill in third. No, it's Ward. Ward's past Tishner. Jeff Ward has gone to third. Tishner in fourth, and now Wardy goes after Stanton. Again, Ricky Johnson not racing today, out still with injuries, got banged up at the Daytona Supercross. And so Johnson has had a hot and cold year, actually a couple of years. But it is Damon Bradshaw in this race, and you got to wonder, is he going to pull it off all the way through? Or is he going to let somebody else go by? There's Wardy in third, and there is Bradshaw in front. Damon Bradshaw just 18 years old. Actually, not quite 18. He's only 17. Be 18 on July 19th. A lot of maturity here. And he probably learned a lot from that first moto. He's 6 feet tall, 155 pounds. Likes to jet ski and water ski and go hunting in Charlotte, North Carolina. Bradshaw's got a lot of experience. He was the 89 125 East Coast Supercross champion and won 7 125 races during the 89 Camel Supercross Series. So he is no stranger to Victory Circle. Damon Bradshaw in front. In second spot, Jeff Stanton. Now Stanton has got a long, long list of wins behind his name. Switched from Yamaha to Team Honda at the beginning of 1989. Picked up $50,000 for winning the first Camel Supercross Championship in '89 by finishing 5th at Oklahoma City. There's Wardy, currently running third. Also, an interesting point on Stanton, he was one of the members of the American team, the Motocross to Nations team last year in 1989. But it is Damon Bradshaw doing an incredible job at this moto. There's Wardy. Now Wardy coming up on Stanton, putting the pressure on Jeff Stanton. Stanton knows he's there. Ward to the outside. Stanton now drives him all the way out, almost takes out the front wheel. Wardy all over the track on the KX 250, trying to get around Stanton. Now Ward goes back to the inside. Now to the outside. Around him, does he have him? No. Stanton slams the screen door right in his puss. Handlebar to handlebar racing. Forget Bradshaw. He's way out in front. It is Stanton and Ward going at it hammer and tong here at Lake Sugar Tree, Virginia. Two different lines there. You can see him. And Wardy takes the inside and drives Stanton to the outside. Well, excuse me. Jeff Ward has taken over second place ahead of Stanton, and he's looking for an overall victory here today. Jeff Ward won the first moto. He is in second now. If he finishes like this, he will be the overall winner. Because in Moto 1, Stanton was second. Bradshaw was third after waving Stanton by. Wouldn't that be interesting if Bradshaw won today in this moto but did not win the overall because of letting Stanton by in the first moto? You will not find that happen to a more seasoned rider. That does not happen. Like Ward. Ward would not do that. But Jeff's been racing for, what, 22 years now. He started when he was 7. He's 29 years old now. So Bradshaw can do nothing. He is out in front, but that doesn't matter now. If Ward finishes in front of Stanton, Ward has taken the win here in Virginia, the Battle of Lake Sugar Tree. And it looks like that's exactly what Wardy's going to do. Wardy coming up on a lapped rider. Bradshaw in front, Ward running second, Stanton third. Ronnie Tishner, who was battling earlier with Stanton and Ward, is running fourth. Mike LaRocco fifth. Mike Fisher in sixth spot. Johnny O'Mara, Ward's teammate, in seventh. John Dowd on a Kawasaki eighth. Larry Ward ninth, and Fred Andrews 10th. That's unofficial. Here is Stanton, and he is running in third spot. The rolling green hills, the pine-covered hills of David Bailey's estate here at Axton, Virginia, Lake Sugar Tree, where David rides a specially prepared, modified Honda quad around here. He is a paraplegic after that accident, the CMC race practice accident back in 1980, I believe 86, early part of 86. And so Bailey rides a jet ski fitted with a pontoon device around the lake, and also a quad. David Bailey, his father Gary Bailey, built the track. One of the great talents and one of the truly nice guys in Supercross, David Bailey, and a tragedy when his career was ended so early and so abruptly. A nicer guy you will not find. He's here today watching. David Bailey. And you go back to Anaheim in 1985, the battle between him and Johnson when they were 30 feet in the air side by side, and finally Johnson went down, was carried off in a stretcher. Bailey, a true champion, and it's too bad he's not racing out here right now. And I know Wardy says the same thing because they had some incredible races. Bradshaw in front, Wardy running second, and Ward is not stupid. He will not go all out and risk a crash to beat Bradshaw because he knows, believe me, he knows he has got this one wrapped up and the money's already spent if he finishes in this position. Wardy's mechanic will tell him exactly how far ahead he is and what he's got to do to maintain that distance between himself and Stanton in third. And the most frustrated guy on the track right now has got to be Bradshaw. Out in front, but no chance of winning as long as this young gentleman from San Clemente, California, Jeff Ward, stays in second. Not much happening. It's a fairly uneventful race after the early battles. There's Ward, looks around behind him. Now Ward will showboat a little bit if he feels confident enough as he heads for the checkered flag. Here's the crowd. Look at him. They love it. They know Larry Myers has told him that he's got this wrapped up if he finishes in this number 2 slot. And Bradshaw, there's nothing he can do. There's a checkered. Bradshaw takes it. He wheelies, but it's all for naught because Ward finishes second, Stanton third, and overall will be Jeff Ward.
Yeah, it was tough riding. Those guys was going fast, and you know, I was talking earlier, the man that doesn't make the mistakes is going to win, and I tell you, I made a lot of mistakes.
Well, I got out there and I got into the lead pretty well. I got the whole shot, and Jeff got by me, and I made a couple passes, and I didn't want to be out front. I just wanted to ride back there, and about halfway, the rocks and stuff were starting to hurt a little bit, and I got a little sweat on my goggles, and I just want to stay in, you know, the top 3 and get a good, consistent finish. I've been falling a lot lately, and I just wanted to, you know, prove today that I could ride up front, and I got the speed, and that I can stay on 2 wheels.
Yeah, I feel pretty good still, you know. I'm not ready to give it up, and as long as I'm having fun out there, so that's a big part of it. You know, if I was just struggling and having problems with injuries, then I won't be going the speed I'm going, but I feel really comfortable, and it's still having a great time.
After 3 rounds, Bale leading, Guy Cooper second, Mike Kudrowski third in the 125 class, 250, Stanton, Ward, LaRocco, 1, 2, 3. I'm Larry Huffman. Thanks for joining us.